Well, today was the warmest day since before this past weekend as we finally begin to thaw out again here across the Ozarks. And it's nice to see still some lingering light out there as the days continue to get longer and longer. Temperatures right now 32, winds out of the west. We've got a front to our northwest that will push through overnight tonight. A secondary front will deliver the Arctic air by morning. But before we get to that, let's take a look at how the Arctic air moved out of the area today. We started off with temperatures in the teens, but with southwest winds, we blew out that Arctic air mass and temperatures finally got above the freezing mark. That happening at about 11:35 this morning. 39 degrees was today's high in Springfield. And again, we went below freezing before sunrise on Saturday, going back up above freezing finally today before noon. So we went a full 103 hours at or below the freezing mark, and that was in Springfield. Some areas to the north probably went longer than that. Here's what's going on across the nation. It's quieter this after all that weather excitement the last couple of days along the Gulf Coast, where we had the third big snowstorm here in the eastern United States of this month of January. Really, again, there's been three big ones. We had that one that occurred on that weekend that was leading into that first big wave of cold here locally. I like to refer to that one as more of like the I-70 snowstorm. We sampled a little bit of that here in southern Missouri. Then we had our snowstorm here in the Ozarks. That was at the end of the week, with many locations picking up over 6 inches of snowfall. Areas in southwest Arkansas picking up over a foot of snowfall. And then another big southern snowstorm. This one really historic in nature, right along I-10 from Texas into Florida and then up into the Carolinas. Again, those snowstorms are behind us now. Still some lingering impacts from this latest snowstorm along the Gulf, though. Locally for us, conditions are quiet. We've got, again, a pair of cold fronts on the map. The first one will move through later on tonight. The second one, the Arctic front, will catch up to this lead one and will become the main front. Ahead of this first cold front, winds have been out of the southwest. That's why we blew out the Arctic air. But we've got another big surge of Arctic air coming in on Thursday. And so we're going to have to put a pause on the thaw, I think, during the day on Thursday before the warming trend resumes as we close out the week. Overnight tonight, looks like mostly clear to partly cloudy conditions. I think tomorrow there's going to be a period of rather cloudy conditions, but I think there will be at least some opportunities at times for some sunshine, especially early in the day and then maybe again late in the day. There could also be some snow flurries with this round of clouds that we get on Thursday. Morning lows will be around 22, so a cold start to the day with afternoon highs below freezing north of Highway 60. About 31 for a high here in Springfield, but areas to the south should manage to get closer to the 40-degree mark. Tomorrow night, we've been here before, but we've had too much of this, right? Temperatures in the single digits to the north. Looks like about 11 for a low in Springfield. But again, the warming trend resumes on Friday. We're up near 40 for a high. Sunshine, I think morning sunshine giving way to thicker clouds Saturday afternoon. Gusty southwest winds and highs up around 50. That'll be nice. But Sunday, we go back the other way. It looks like we're going to be dealing with clouds and a colder day. But the overall look to the pattern as we end this month of January is one where we finally get rid of this roadblock that's been located across Greenland. That roadblock has been causing the cold air to bottle up across Canada and then push south and southeast. With that roadblock gone, we're going to find warmer air from the Pacific trying to move across more of the lower 48. The trend is our friend. Take a look. It looks like as we get back to work after the weekend, we're looking at highs in the 40s on Monday, 50s on Tuesday, and 60 degrees could be on the table for some of the Ozarks come Wednesday of next week.
You did it. You said 60.
You said it.
You teased the 60s.
I'm so happy to say 60.
I know, and it's going to feel great too after all of this. Thank you, Jay.